Hi everybody. We're going to try something different in Carper's Corners, and what we're going to do is pick from the many letters, emails, and phone messages that we receive every week, and try to answer one of the questions or one of the issues that's been raised. And we picked a letter here and a question from a woman named Sharon. She lives in Bear, Delaware, and here's what Sharon wrote. She wrote, the upcoming battle over the debt ceiling is an important issue, an important moment for future generations of America. I'd agree with that. She adds, I understand that making spending cuts can be difficult and painful, but pray that you have the courage to make the right call. And so Sharon, thanks for that question. Just a couple of comments if I could. Like most people, I have core values that I try to adhere to. Among my 4 core values, the first is figure out the right thing to do, just do it. Not the easy thing, not the expedient thing, but the right thing. And I've been trying to do that for a long time. The second is the golden rule: treat other people the way I want to be treated. And the chaplain of the Senate here likes to say it's a Cliff Notes of the New Testament, and we should try to use that to guide us in almost everything that we do. And the third one is really focusing on excellence in everything that we do. I say everything I do, I know I can do better. And the same, I think, is true of federal programs. And with that in mind, figuring out the right thing to do it, treat other people the way we want to be treated, and then focusing on excellence in everything we do and trying to do things better. If you look at every federal program that we have, well, let me say me, I know everything I do, I know I can do better. I think that the same is true of all of us. As it turns out, the same thing is true of most federal programs, whether they're defense programs or domestic programs, whether they're entitlement programs, whether they're these so-called tax expenditures, which are tax breaks and tax credits and all that kind of thing. One of the things I've sought to do as chairman of the little subcommittee on federal financial management in the Senate is to really drill down on domestic programs, defense programs, entitlement programs, and tax expenditures, and ask this question: how can we get a better result for less money? How can we get a better result for maybe the same amount of money? And to find out what's working and do more of that. And we really have to take that approach to spending across the board. Our subcommittee partners with the Office of Management and Budget, with the General Accountability Office, with the Inspector Generals across the federal government, with groups like Citizens Against Government Waste. And what we do is to focus on what works, do more of that, and what's not working. And if we can't change things so that it works better, then do less of that. That's a really good approach, and one that we were actually now partner with the Obama administration, Democrats and Republicans in the Senate. My own view on is to try to wrestle with a $1.4 trillion budget deficit this year. Everything needs to be on the table. Defense spending, domestic spending, entitlement programs, and those tax expenditures. The tax expenditures, those tax breaks and all, add up to $15 trillion over the next 10 years, and they are just another form of spending. So, and the idea is to look at them and say which of these are working, which are not, do more of what works. It sounds simple, but it's actually a pretty good approach. So thanks for the question. I hope we hear from you again. Look forward to seeing you in Bear. Bye-bye.